my dear Gemini. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of October with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this reading is dedicated to Lilia that made a donation for Gemini. Thank you so much, Lilia. I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for September because that's the energy right now. And this will be the prediction for October. Due to illness, I have spread these readings over 2 weeks, and this is the other half of the reading from last week. It's the second last reading, actually. And I will start reading your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot. And we'll start with the situation, with the person most on your mind. And we have a Three of Wands in reverse, so I'm thinking you have a little bit of problem with moving this relationship forward. Can be a lack of communication. We can have given up future plans together with this person because it didn't work out. The ships never came in. Solution never appeared. Common ground never appeared. You were never able to come into some kind of cooperation in a certain situation or in a certain topic of this relationship. Okay, so this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind. And we have a Knight of Swords in reverse, and this is what's on their mind with you, Hangman. Okay, so it seems as they might have acted in some way that you judged as being very malicious, or like in some way mean and aggressive, and maybe very rapid in their reaction, that they just threw their hands in the air and say, I don't care, and then just walked away. Probably you had some kind of quarrel or some kind of argument where it became rather heated, particularly from the other person's point of view, and now they are pretty stubborn. It's like when a person gets very upset with something and then they stomp away, and then they refuse to talk to you, they refuse to solve it, or they refuse to see their part of the problem. And it's so I'm thinking this is a situation where you probably just need to let the person be left alone and ponder about what just happened. Okay, so it's no time for running after this person at this point. Okay, so this is the bond between you two, or the love between you two, and we can see the Eight of Cups here. So that's very much the time when this person kind of stomped away like this and said, to hell with this relationship, and I will make it on my own. The Eight of Cups is not very it's not a card that's very determined when it comes to actual endings. It's more like on and off kind of situation where we say we'll end it, but we don't end it. It's like a really thick like soup of emotions and things that we want, but we are not able to go through with it. So usually it comes a time when the Eight of Cups will be in the reverse, and the person comes back, and then they might storm off again, and then they come back and storm off. You get the picture here. So with the Eight of Cups, it's like a rubber band is being stretched out between you and the other person, and eventually the longing will be so strong that the person will return. So that usually the story with the Eight of Cups. It also shows that there's some kind of karma, some kind of eternity loop going on, the same thing happening again and again and again and again. And until you have figured out how to solve this as grown-up human beings, it will probably repeat in that way. Like if we react with our automatic kind of emotions and our automatic reactions and our automatic projections, the same thing will happen again and again and again and again. So we'll see your emotions towards the other person in this situation, all your feelings. And we have a Nine of Cups in the reversed. It's not particularly dramatic. It's more like, it's a little bit selfish, but it's normal in this situation when another person has stormed off. So we think, okay, so they have to make it on their own. So they have to figure this out on their own. I'm not going to give them, I'm not going to put any energy into this. I'm not giving a rat's ass about what they are doing currently. So it's not that aggressive actually, but I'm just trying to explain the feeling when we put ourselves in this mood that, okay, that's that person, they did this. It's nothing I can do about it, and I won't be the person trying to get them to change their mind. So with the 9 of Cups, we just take care of ourselves and we don't care too much about the other person. We're a little bit like a tad bit bitter, but it's more about almost like a boundary there, that this kind of behavior is nothing I can take responsibility for. If the person chooses to behave in this way, nothing I can do. So hands in the air here again. Both of you are hands in the air. So this is the other person's feelings towards you. And we have a mysterious 7 of Wands here. 7 of Wands. The person wants to fight you, but it's hard to fight you when you are not there. They want to, come with their arguments. They want to say certain things to you, but as you don't seem to care, or you didn't run after them and, continue the argument. So they have all these bottled up things that they would want to say, but they are not able to say it to you because you're not there to be, they can't have a conversation with you, or they have all these ideas of arguments to say to your face, but since your face isn't there, they can't tell you this. So I'm getting underlying emotion of sadness here. So I'm feeling abandoned too with this card here. So they were prepared to continue fighting with you when you run after them, but you never came. So now they feel abandoned and they have all these things to say, but no one to tell them to. Oh, okay. So this is a little bit clarification here. I can't ever forget. I won't give up on us. I don't feel good enough. I have mother issues. So it's this soup again. I can't ever forget. So they probably feel humiliated in some certain kind of way. When I shuffle these cards, I saw that this person was working through a lot of emotions, working through here, particularly the King of Cups in the reversed. So they're trying to deal with certain things that have happened in their past. Doesn't have to be things that happen in your relationship with them. Can be like way past, things that's still hurting them, unhealed trauma, wounds, karma, things like this. And so someone has hurt them at some point in the past and they can't forget this. And that might be while they are acting so dramatic in this point in time. They feel entitled to act this dramatic because someone has hurt them. They feel like a victim and they are acting like a victim with big gestures and maybe blaming you or feeling attacked by you. So it's really like a big theater scene here with big drama. Okay, I won't give up on us. And they kind of gave up on you because they both run away and they didn't want to, find a solution here, and they are too stubborn to change their ways. But okay, with the 7 of Wands, it can be like fighting you or fighting for you. I won't give up on us. They probably feel like they want to give up on you right now, but that's, their ego talking or their own boundaries. They want to, protect themselves by saying, I will give up on us. But in the deeper sense here, they don't want to give up on this relationship. They want it still, but they don't feel good enough for it. I have mother issues. So it might be that they have had parents that it was very hard to live up to their expectations, is what I'm feeling. So the person kind of settled with not being good enough, with not being like a skilled enough person or a nice enough person, I'm feeling like things like smooth or not breaking things or not, having such a big feet or, long arms. Like when a person has a teenage body and they just, the milk and everything falls off the dinner table and maybe the mother or some other person got really upset. And this might have been a theme with this person's life. So they always felt like there was something a little bit wrong with them and that they were too clumsy or too big-footed or too much of something to be able to be good enough. Maybe they had too loud of a voice or too much energy or something like this. So I think they often feel like the roof is kind of putting a pressure on them to make themselves small. So in many situations, they try to make themselves smaller, but then they explode and the roof like blows off the building. Okay, so see a little bit cards here also for you. I need you in my life. I was serious about us. So it's much what I felt with this, that you are a little bit taken by this, what happened, because you seem to, what I feel here, be a little bit more a calm person. And you want to kind of keep a little bit of low profile and be a good trooper and, you know, do your fair share of things and, you know, just be a good human being. So these kind of behaviors that's so dramatic comes a little bit like a shock for you. And now you feel here as if you can't do anything more for this person, but you still have an open door to them, most definitely, because you love them probably a great deal and you're loyal and a serious person. So I basically see you waiting for them to improve themselves, which was also what I sensed that the divine wanted when I shuffled the cards, that they want to give this person time to feel lonely and miss you, so they will think how to improve their ways or their behavior. Okay, so this is your behavior and attitudes, and we have justice in the reverse. So this time you're not going to run after this person, you're not going to fix it. And I think we see here a major arcana card, so that's also like you're down with the divine here because they agree with you that you shouldn't fix it at this time. This person needs to kind of break down a little bit so they can break through their ego. And you know, being humiliated isn't the worst thing ever. Losing your loved one might be the worst thing ever. So the person needs to straighten out their priorities, that not winning an argument might not be you know, the main thing that we should focus on. We should focus on, okay, I'm with a person that loves me and I love them, so I'm keeping my head down and doing the best in this situation. I don't need to win this argument. But for this person, it's, you know, they don't feel good enough. They haven't always felt like other people had ideas about how they weren't good enough. So they oppose these ideas and want to fight the people that tells them that they are not good enough. And currently they obviously had this kind of fit or dramatic explosion where they felt like you didn't feel like they were good enough. And now you want to give them that responsibility to figure that out and to come to you like as a more mature person. And, you know, they need to find their own self-love down here somewhere so that they can stop being so overdramatic. Okay. And this is their behaviors and attitudes. And we have death here in reversed. So it might have been so serious that they actually broke up with you and told you, I will never see you again. And I will, you know, hate your guts for as long as I live. But that wasn't true. It's what I said with the 8 of Cups. Death in the reverse is much like the 8 of Cups. We want to reverse death. So 11, 12, 13. So we can see what kind of... in what part of the major arcana they are operating right now. They have something that they need to give up on and something they need to sacrifice. Probably they need to learn how to love themselves, and therefore when they love themselves, they don't need to overreact towards situations, which I feel like they have done, and maybe blaming you for this situation, which they overreacted to. So they need to take themselves down a notch and, you know, start to get real with things and not be such a, you know, we can have reaction, but we don't have to be our reactions. We can have emotions, but we don't have to be them. We can say, okay, I'm really angry right now, but I won't take it out on you because I love you too much. But I will, you know, I will have to take my car and drive to my home or to my friend, and I will have to be alone for a few days because I need to figure this out. So that is taking responsibility, but to like have a big fit and screaming is not taking responsibility. Okay. lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Okay, so there's a strong glue between you and this other person. So even if it was a little bit like a shocking event, this what happened, the divine says that your bond is pretty strong, and it's at least from this person's point of view, they would want to at some point come back, but they need this time to think things through. What happened? Why did they act in the way they did? Why did they have this fit, and how can they do things a little bit more calm in the future? Okay, so now this is advice for you, Queen of Light, illumination, alignment, enlightenment, enlightenment, celebration. Okay, so stay in the light, stay in the positive attitude. When you feel like, how could they do this to me? I was trying to be nice. Calm down, okay? Calm down, say, okay, it's not personal. It's about this person's conscious level. I accept that they had this kind of an outburst, and hopefully they will, be able to find their way through this. And I'm sending them love and being like at my strongest here. And I'm not going to let this situation drag me down. And I'm going to focus on what feels good for me and take really good care of myself in this situation. Okay. So see the outcome card here is the Two of Swords in the reverse. So it's this decision that we took to not ever speak to the other person again. It might be this person that took this decision, and now it's weighing on us because we want to speak to the person again. And it's the pride getting in the way there. Healing family issues, your love life benefit as you forgive your parents, which this person needs to, install their own grown up inside of them, so they don't need to be the little baby when they are in a relationship with you. So they can be if they install a grown up inside of themselves that loves them unconditionally and takes good decision for them, they will find this calm. And they will find the stability to feel like they are worthy, and they don't have to feel as if they are not good enough, because they always have someone that loves them, the adult inside of themselves. So we can see that they have family issues that they have dragged into the relationship. Probably you have some of that too, but it's mostly focusing on this person's little bit dramatic escape here. Serendipity, so I'm seeing this was kind of an advice for the other person, so I'm seeing the divine helping this person a great deal right now. They are being surrounded with spirit guides and other entities to help them through this epiphany or breakthrough which they need to go through. So you don't have to worry about them. The divine is taking care of them, and it doesn't look good for your relationship short term. But just let it be for now and focus on other things, and I think this person will come around, and they will find a way through this that's a little bit more adult and mature. At least you could maybe have some closure if you don't want to engage with them again. So probably at some point you will find that this person has matured and that you will be able to talk about things. Okay. So, as an extended member, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal questions readings for the full members. So, subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And if you're not a member to the channel, you can watch the reading Their True Thoughts and Feelings to get more information about this situation, or the what do they want to happen between you to learn more. At my first channel page, you will find a playlist for your astrological sign, where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. On the end screen, you will see the link to that playlist, which is a shortcut, so go and check it out. Thank you for watching this far, and take really good care until next time, and bye for now.